My name is May Hong. I am the speaking voice of Mira from K-pop Demon Hunters. And this is Moana Nui podcast. Signing off. Happy fans. Do it with me. Happy fans. Happy Hon.
Good evening and welcome to our April edition of Moana Nui After Dark Presents Whatcha Watchin, joined again by my wonderful panel. How is everyone doing this evening?
We're doing great.
We are good.
Doing great. How are you?
Before we jump into all the shenanigans and things we've seen over the course of the last month, I definitely want to give a shout out to Stellar Fest, which was this past weekend down here in Duluth, Gwinnett, Georgia. It was my first time going, sci-fi convention. I did a couple of panels, met some wonderful people, and just want to shout them out real quick. Hanako and Anthony of the Fandom Hybrid podcast, they were great to interact with. And Jer, Nick, and Gary, who also met while working panels as well. Wonderful to meet them, engage with them on panel, and have sci-fi and nerdy discussions. Great people. Looking forward to meeting them again at upcoming conventions later on this summer. So who wants to start first as far as something they've seen or?
Well, real quick, Teresa, Joy, did y'all do the McDonald's thing with the K-pop?
I knew that was coming.
I had one of the regular Happy Meal. That breakfast one didn't sound too appealing to me.
It was spicy. I just got it because I needed to get the cards. I just want to know, did y'all see at the end who of course Huntrix won?
Of course.
Yeah, Huntrix won, and they finally sang another song other than Golden.
Yes, I did see that. I was kind of upset that they did cards instead of toys because I like to collect toys. I don't care about the cards, but I went anyway. I would like to ask quickly, Kyle, have we met your friend
Clementine? Yeah, she's been
here.
Oh, my darling.
Okay, she's a doll.
Yeah, she's been here a couple of different shows.
Hey,
she's been here a couple of different
yes,
shows.
remember we said Clementine looks like the damn dog from Supergirl's dog?
Does look like Supergirl's dog. She's cuter. She's much more chill.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Clemmy's a sweetie pie. She's 9.5 years old. She was a rescue. And yeah, she's adorable.
She looks chill. She's very cute.
Yeah, she's very chill.
All right. So who wants to go first?
Did we already talk about They Will Kill You? Was that last time?
We did not talk about that.
We did not.
It might still be in a few theaters because it's been out for a minute, but They Will Kill You is a load of fun. So
yes,
starring Zazie Beetz and a bunch of other people. And it is her vehicle. It is her movie 100%. She carries it, and she carries it well. I loved every second of it. I even got a souvenir eyeball. And when you see the movie, you'll understand why they were giving out souvenir eyeballs.
Yeah.
But,
Nice.
It's a grindhouse show. Like it's gory, it's disgusting, but it's so over the top that it's not really like scary or anything. It's just kind of and your girl can fight. Like I feel like she was doing her own Marvel stunts too, but she was kicking multiple asses. She murdered a lot of people.
Yeah. Remember, she was Domino in Deadpool
twice,
repeatedly. Exactly.
Yeah, if you haven't, it's definitely a must-see movie.
I'll bet you it's even better if you're high. Like if you indulge, you should 420 yourself into seeing that movie because I promise you it'll make it pop even more. Like it's going to be a cult classic. I predict that it will.
Joy, I don't get high, but I can't imagine it would be better if you were.
Yeah.
Joy, I will go ahead and confirm that for you now.
Oh man, yeah, definitely a wonderful film. What was it, 98-ish or 100 minutes, whatever it was, of like no wasted motion or storyline whatsoever. There was no fluff. Like the character development happened in like bits and pieces, flashbacks between fights, but it didn't feel like it was like we're waiting for the next thing to pop off. Like stuff popped off from the moment the movie started.
Right. It started with a murder.
The flashbacks are even substantial.
Yes.
Typically, flashbacks are where they put a little bit of fluff in. Nope. Not this one.
Everything was pertinent.
Yeah.
It had two strikes against it in my book to begin with. 2 reasons for me not to like it, but I enjoyed it.
I'm curious, what were those 2 strikes?
It grindhouse and it's super gory. I don't usually do gory like when they're cutting stuff off and blood is spurting. And it's billed as a horror comedy. And I usually don't do comedy because I usually don't think stuff that everybody else thinks is funny is funny.
Okay.
But it was actually a good movie. It was like a horror action comedy or something like that. The action was so good that the blood spurts and the attempts at comedy didn't bother me.
And it was straight catch up with the blood spurts. Like, they didn't even try to pretend at realism. Oh yeah, spoilers. It was a whole lot of just, which to me made it even funnier,
Yeah, I thought that movie was excellent. I thought the soundtrack was really good too. It gave me, like, if you don't like Quentin Tarantino for his problematic history and politics, then this movie will appeal to you because it's a totally different director. You can tell he's influenced by Quentin Tarantino, but does it in a tasteful way. But yeah, I was instantly drawn to the soundtrack because I thought the music throughout was awesome.
Yeah, not one N-word in the whole movies. That's how you know Tarantino didn't do it.
Right.
Not one. Not one.
Oh man, yeah, great movie, of course. It was heading in a direction that I wasn't expecting at the end because I'm like, this is straightforward, nonsensical, classic slasher movie. And then it hit the nonsensical at the very end. And I'm like, not going to shake my head at it. Just roll with it.
I kind of saw that coming because wait, are we spoiling it here tonight?
Yes, we're spoiling it.
It's a good album.
I saw the nonsense coming at the end when them motherfuckers that she killed came back to life.
Yep.
And
them coming back to life wasn't the problem.
No, and that's what I was about to say. It's not that they came back to life, but it's how they came back to life. Like the one whose head she pretty much destroyed, and then she slowly grew another head. Kind of like how they did Deadpool in the second Deadpool.
Not the first one.
It was that let me know, this is gonna be some shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then her basically slashing a piece of the pig's flesh off to save her sister while she incinerated the pig head.
Yes.
The whole pig thing. I mean,
right.
And that's what production of the pig was nonsensical.
The pig head is what threw me at the end. I'm like, all right, we're going to have this grand ceremony and da. It was like, nope. We going straight nonsense right here.
It gives me like just from a step back standpoint. You got a whole hotel full of people that apparently have to sacrifice somebody like every week, right, in order to keep their immortality. And then they have to do this ritual. So you got to be back in the hotel every Friday. You can't go on vacation. You can't like chill at home. You just in this hotel. What is the point of living forever if you're living in this hotel forever?
True.
There you go.
That part. Well, there was a sex floor.
Few people.
There was the sex floor. You're right.
There was a sex floor.
Well, wait, this is a terrible thought. What if you're living forever and then you're on the sex floor, but the guys that are living forever suck at it and you just stuck with like mediocre sex forever?
You've got a certain number of days to leave the hotel and go find some people who were better at it and get them to come back.
That's a good point. And you got to bring 2 because they're going to kill one.
Right.
And you can keep the other one.
No. What you do is you send a certain number of people out to go find sacrifices because I'm sorry, there are plenty of people that I right now could make a list of at least 100 people I would go get and bring back as sacrifices. We would all live forever. I'm a horrible person. I know it.
Okay. Okay, that de-escalated or devolved. What else y'all watching?
That escalated quickly.
It's my favorite thing that I have seen this year, and I know this is just about to be May, but still, this is my favorite movie or show I've seen so far.
Okay, I'm saying a lot. There's some good stuff out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say this is definitely one of my favorite movies I've seen thus far. The other one that I saw right after that, the week after that, I told James about it. It's Project Hail Mary, and
talk to that dude way over there.
Right.
Oh, I love Project Hail Mary. That was good too.
Man,
it was good.
Such a good movie.
Yeah,
such a good movie. From a visual standpoint, it was so beautiful when he got to like the interstellar part of his journey, and getting to see Rocky and the whole interaction with him was incredible. Like I didn't expect to laugh as much as I did. Definitely didn't expect to cry as much as I did. And it was just a beautiful movie. Beautiful movie.
The thing that I said when we touched on it previously, the only other thing that I know, and crap, I can't think of what his name is right now.
Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, thank you, Ryan Gosling. The only other movie of his I've ever seen was Remember the Titans.
Wait, you didn't see the Barbie movie?
No, I never saw the Barbie movie.
Oh man,
I remember him from The Notebook.
Yeah, I didn't see the Notebook either. But no, I say that to say, when I heard he was going to be the main, I was like, really? We're casting Ryan Gosling to save the world? There wasn't anybody else available? But as you watch the movie, he's a damn good fit. I don't know if I'd say he's a perfect fit, but he's a damn good fit.
Yes. And I love the way
that's kind of part of the point is this dude is who's he sitting up there, and so he fits that. Like why? But it works.
And when you watch the movie, you find out why.
Yeah.
Tell us why. I mean, again, spoilers.
Wait, how much of it did we talk about last time? I don't want to double up.
Just because
I don't think we did.
Oh, okay.
We didn't talk about it at all last time because I don't think it was out yet.
Just because we said we're going to do spoilers, don't mean we have to spoil stuff if we can avoid it.
This one's been out for several weeks.
I repeat, we don't have to spoil it if we're just talking about it. Like with the last one, you just and then when she cut off the name on the back, hey, bro, you ain't had to say that. You just like spoiling stuff. I done told you before.
It's been out long enough for people to have seen. That's like I won't spoil Michael.
It's a biopic, but it's a biopic. You know how
we do know how it ends. Was that the
It's a biopic. It's a biopic. It's a biopic.
You on mute or something, Simone? Because I see you over there giving us mad attitude, but we can't hear you.
Muted. Oh,
there you are.
Okay.
There you are.
Say it again.
I was saying it's a biopic. Of course, we know what the hell it is. It can't be spoiled. We know what the hell happens.
You can't spoil
a lot of shit out. That's what they did.
Yeah,
they did. They left people out too.
Unless there's some newly discovered love child of his that they released in the movie, we know the majority of what happens.
Yeah. So the one thing I will say about that movie, I wish they would have delved more into his creative process, because like the part where he woke up from his sleep and went down to the studio I wish we got more of that, because it's like I watching different documentaries and watching different interviews about people that he worked with, or his brothers, like his creative process is so interesting. Or my thing is, it's like because he was a Jehovah's Witness, and before the Thriller music video came out, there was a disclaimer where he's like, I don't prescribe to anything of the occult and stuff like that, and I don't want to get this fellowship from the elders of my religion. I would have loved for them to touch more on his Jehovah's Witness background, because that plays into who he is. So it's like, but other than that, I felt like that movie was like watching one big Michael Jackson concert, and I wasn't mad at it at all.
Wasn't Prince and Jehovah's Witness too?
Neither.
I don't know.
I don't know about that one. Prince.
I don't know about Prince.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I think so.
Yeah.
But
no, Michael was a good film. But if someone had only listened to his music and didn't know about his family, they would come out this movie like, oh, he only has 5 siblings.
Where's Reby? Where's Janet?
Because again, the EP credits were LaToya, Jermaine, Tito, and I think Marlon. Got EP credit on the film, and I think 3 of the 4 of them were consultants as well. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes that you leave out the oldest child and the youngest child, but whatever.
Prince was.
I mean, it's a whole legal thing. They have to agree. They had to agree to participate.
That is fair. Like I said, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but yeah, they're.
I know Janet was like, I don't want no parts of this.
Well, I mean, the one thing that we know that I've heard in a couple of different interviews is they ended up having to make some changes because the estate, from what and granted, I wasn't there. This is secondhand information I've gotten from interviews. The estate didn't properly read the script. So there were things in the original script that they then later said, no, we're not going to do that in the movie, and had to go do some reshoots.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if in that process, the rest of them were like, yeah, no, you can count me out. I'm not doing this.
Fair enough.
I'm hoping.
Yeah. And I think that's fair.
Yeah, there were even parts. There were even parts featuring Diana Ross where, by the end, she said, no, we're not doing this. And they had to cut them out.
Yeah.
So, you
just because it's your biopic, I mean, you got to put my business in the street.
Right.
And my thing is,
it was a good film. It definitely, I would say, worth seeing, if nothing else, for, again, like Kyle said, the creative process that they delved into could have been a little bit more. Again, we only got that for that one particular album. I won't say which one, because it is pertinent to the sequence of events. And then, of course, everyone knows that riff between him and Joe. That was heavily played.
That's putting it mildly.
Now, question: Do you think this Joe was scarier, or Joe from the Jackson's American Dream movie that came out in the early '90s was scarier?
They're about on par. They didn't delve into that as much because they didn't spend a lot of time with Michael as a child in this film.
Right. Just knowing Coleman Domingo the way I know him, not personally, but just as an actor, I would probably say that this one was more visceral. Yes. I would guess that he did a better job acting that part.
Yeah, definitely. As I was talking to Joy earlier, I think if anybody gets any consideration as far as acting, Jafar definitely for playing his uncle. Because again, throughout this entire film, I swore I was watching Michael on screen.
Yeah, right.
For the entire damn movie. It didn't matter what he was doing, whether he was speaking, singing, dancing. The boy studied his uncle hard.
Dancing.
And he looked like him too.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
He's a good looking kid. Also, I love that I saw an interview today and somebody asked him, what do you think people most misunderstood the most about your uncle? He's like, I think the most misunderstood thing was that he wanted to be white.
Yes.
And that was his answer to the interview of, he did not want to be a white man. Vitiligo was real. Matter of fact, we really could credit Michael Jackson with people understanding what vitiligo was. Because none of us had really heard of it before he started talking about it on the Oprah Winfrey Show or what have you. Right. But I'm sorry, Teresa, you were going to say?
Teresa, did we lose you? Is she locked? Nope,
no, I'm here.
No, it sounded like you was going to say something a few minutes back. Okay.
I was, and my Wi-Fi is glitching. So, I was going to say, one of you mentioned that that Jafar looked so much like his uncle. excuse me, if you look at side by sides of a picture of Michael, a picture of Jafar as Michael, they actually don't look that much alike. But Jafar was so good at acting Michael. When you were looking at him, you felt like he really looked like him. But when it was over and I went and I looked at pictures, he really doesn't look that much like that. I was so immersed in his portrayal that it was like watching Michael.
Like, I can't remember
really
what
good.
Ray
The
Charles
little
was
boy
like.
was really good as well.
Yes.
Right.
Young Michael. Yeah.
Right. And I think James said that it was like watching, might have been Kyle, like watching a concert film. And that is so true. The music had me really hyped, but also watching it from the perspective of being as old as I am and having seen the Motown 25 special live and having gone to the Victory Tour, you know, so it spoke to me from that perspective as well. And when I bounced, I was moonwalked out of there. It was so good.
And that, the moments with the Victory Tour, I went to see, that was one of the few concerts I went to. And I remember before I went to that tour, you would see people crying at Michael Jackson concerts. You would see people just like, ugh. And I'm like, that's so dumb. They're so weak. And then I sat there in the balcony during the Victory Tour. And at some point, I cried my eyes out. And I was like, I don't know why I'm crying. Why am I so emotional? And he was able to do that. Like, people, what's funny to me is so many folks now, especially young Black people, like, wow, Michael Jackson's really great. I was like, what you been? They weren't born.
Right.
Like, at this point, there are people who are old enough to have TikTok that were not born when he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or my thing is, it's like, or either that, or there was a certain age where he was a joke to them a good majority of their lives, which is unfortunate. What I'm hoping is, because this movie's doing gangbusters already. It's the highest grossing biopic of all time. It may do a Billy, and my thing is, based on the success of this, because you already know we're getting a second one. There's going to be a sequel to it.
Why?
You said why?
I kind of don't want a sequel based on where this one ended.
No, but my thing is, like, there are certain things within the movie that hint to, which I thought was genius, like spoilers. But his doctor visits, for example, the fact that they kept zooming in on the morphine drip, or him saying, I don't want to take prescription drugs and stuff like that, and knowing where that ends up going later in his life, or the fact that he is like misunderstood by his brothers, and kind of gravitates towards more innocent beings like children or like animals. You know, you have someone like that who's more or less sheltered, who's probably borderline autistic, if not on the spectrum to an extent.
Oh, he's absolutely on the spectrum.
He's definitely on the spectrum.
So it shapes their lives, because number one, that wasn't necessarily talked about within the Black community at that point in time. And again, you're Black, you have a rare skin disease, you're autistic, and you are one of the biggest, if not the biggest person in the world. You're going to be misunderstood on a plethora of different points. So it's like, I feel like they have to tell this second part of the movie. Like, it's the duality of man. You know, you get this wonderful, magical image of him, but you also have to see, he also had to deal with this part of his life later on down the road.
I get what you're saying, but I don't know, or I don't have faith that they could tackle basically the decline of his life in a way that will not feel exploitative or just depressing AF. So that's why I say I would rather not. I would rather not have a sequel than have them try to tackle those things and fumble it even a little bit. And then, that becomes the last thing we remember, and not this movie, which is so great. I'd rather them just leave it alone. Just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but money talks, so they're not going to stop.
Unfortunately, yes.
Right. Because this is probably Lionsgate's highest grossing film in a while. if not of all time. So they're going to take advantage of it. His estate's going to take advantage of it. Antoine Fuqua's probably going to push for it. So, and if I'm being honest, a lot of people are probably going to be wondering, you know, if we're going to do a sequel because the public's going to ask for it. So
yeah, I have seen a lot of. I've seen a lot of what do you call it? What's the word? Articles and think pieces talking about why did it end like that? Why did they stop right there? How come they didn't talk about this and that? But at the same time, you ask him why didn't they talk about the things that started to tear him apart? And I don't want to see him torn apart, and I don't know how they can do it.
I don't think the estate would greenlight that.
Right.
Sure.
Because again, they had to do reshoots and change where the movie ended because the estate didn't agree with the original vision of the picture.
So hold on, because I don't think it was the estate. I think it was the film ended a little bit later, after like I think mid 90s, and it wasn't the estate. If I saw, I think it was the people that tried to sue him, the victims of, or not the victims, but the people that tried to sue him as a person. Because they had it was a legal agreement that they wouldn't show
a standing gag order or something, and so
and the fact that was in the film, they had to take that out. So I don't think it was the estate. I think it was the other people that caused that. Like I said, I think if there's going to be a sequel, I think the estate's going to be up for it. If I'm being honest.
Okay. So what else we got?
I don't need to see a sequel.
Yeah.
Invincible, for those who watch, ended last week. This was season 5. Was it 4 or 5? Either way, whatever season was, 4. Season 4 just ended last week. I will say that again, I still have not read the Invincible comic. I am still happy for what they are animating and putting on screen from the comics. This season's pretty much a breakdown of 2 halves, right? The first half is Mark dealing with the aftermath of Conquest coming to Earth to pretty much kick his butt after his clone doppelgangers were sent back to their own dimensions. So you remember the previous season, he had back-to-back fights that took a lot out of him.
That whole sentence is why I'm not watching Invincible. Because what? What did you just say? What kind of nonsense?
So last season ended with the invasion of his doppelgangers from alternate universes. Someone that had a grudge against him collected a whole bunch of variants of Mark and unleashed them on Mark's Earth, and it sent the world into chaos to where at the end no one really trusted him. But as soon as they dealt with that, the Viltrumite Conquest comes to Earth and is like, okay, now that you're warmed up, let's dance. Like Mark had no time to breathe, and he beat Conquest. And that's how the last season ended. And this season's him dealing with that because now he's back out there with Adam Eve, and they're, running the business of protection and whatnot and doing the thing. But the public doesn't trust him because all they know is we seen your face on a bunch of dudes wreck shop across the globe. So he's dealing with that. And right when he's about to hit a pivotal point in his relationship with Amber, his dad comes back and is like, so yeah, we need you to come to the coalition of planets because we're going to take out the last remaining Viltrumites. It's like, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah.
So we get father-son bonding time between him, his dad, and Oliver.
Listen, the last thing I saw from Invincible, his father beating him into the side of a mountain. You know who I'm not bonding with? Yo ass. I'm never going to forgive you for that. I don't care what else goes on between us. You ain't going to just whip my ass for an hour and then be like, hey, come join me on this quest. Nah, bro. Nah, hell no. I'm telling mom, as a matter of fact. So, yeah.
Speaking of mom, James, I know you said you haven't read the comics, and I'm not current yet. I'm a few episodes behind, so I don't know if this ever gets covered in the show. He gets back with Mark's mother in the comics.
Oh, I can see that happening based on what happened, and I'm not going to say too much.
No. It's I wanted to throw that little bit out there that in the comics, she gets back with him, and I'm like, wow.
This is wrong with women.
It gets wild.
You ain't gonna just beat my son's ass like that, and then I'll be like, you still got it, baby. No, absolutely not.
Not just that, but he called you a pet.
Yes.
He called you
a pet.
Yes.
A pet.
Not only does she
man.
get back with him, she's defending him to a certain extent.
That's so MAGA.
This is the comic, and I know they probably won't bring this into the show, but it's just. I started reading the comic before the show came out because I wanted to get a little bit more background info on it. Mm-hmm. And some of the stuff I've read in the comic, I'm like, oh shit, y'all did what?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I think they cover this in the show. Who's the woman that we're seeing in some of these online?
Anissa?
So Viltrumites don't. Yes. You would pick a young woman that you would like to court and gain her affection. That ain't what the Viltrumites do. The Viltrumites are like animals. They decide.
I know what you're getting at. And that event was supposed to happen last season. Mm-hmm. And they didn't put it in that spot. And a lot of fans who read the comic were upset because they were like, this isn't accurate to the comic because this is where that thing happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like,
are y'all talking about an assault?
Yes.
But see, this is another reason I don't watch the show. Not that they put it in or didn't put it in, but that the fans of the show are like, where's the rape? Like, I'm gonna need y'all to
enjoy in the Viltrumite culture. Again, like they're like animals in the wild. They don't ask you for your. I know.
I don't rock with penguins no more after I learned about their nasty ass and evil. Penguins are evil.
Yeah, especially the pushing off the cliff after the first winter.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so, watch Casual Geographic's piece about the penguins and how they don't care what you are as long as it's a warm hole. That's all they care about.
So I will say this in closing about this season. After the father-son's bonding time, they do fight the Viltrumites. There is a massive thing that happens. There are repercussions. And now they have to next season can't get here fast enough because the thing that they were scared of actually happened. And I will leave it there.
What is this on, James?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. The one thing that I'm wondering if they will go into it is in somewhere in the comics, I forget where it is. Omni-Man makes the statement that Mark is almost as strong as I am. And
he makes that statement this season.
Oh, okay. So it just kind of has me wondering what's the rest of the trajectory going to be for Mark. Mm-hmm. Like obviously, I know they're not just going to go page for page with the comic because they've got to make it for a broader audience than just the comic readers. But they're sticking to enough of the comic that you're like, oh shit, I don't know what's going to happen next.
Cool.
And that's why I purposely haven't read the comic because sometimes when these properties get animated, I want to see what they do first in animation. Then I'll go back and read the comic for background.
Fair.
To fill in whatever gaps are left out. And that's just my process. Other people may want to do it the other way around, to each his or her own. But yeah, that's me. Like you're animating a popular written property. Cool. I want to see it on screen first. See if it grabs my attention enough to want to read the source material. Kyle?
As long as you don't get done dirty like I did with Game of Thrones. I watched the first season of Game of Thrones and went and read all the books. And I'm still waiting on...
Never going to happen.
Yeah, never.
George R.R. Martin cast that check and gave y'all double birds.
Yup.
Because he ain't never finishing that series.
He's working on something else with another production team.
He's written several other things other than the end of that series.
He's written 3 other books over the course of Game of Thrones being on TV, but none of them have been in the Game of Thrones series.
We've stopped asking. We don't care. At this point, I don't care.
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
I don't care.
And my thing is, if
I was so mad about that, I got rid of HBO. I'm like, you know what?
And if he's writing anything Game of Thrones, it's a show or it's part of a show or an animated show because those make more money than the books do. So, so yeah. I'll say because I was gonna bring it up after the They Will Kill You in that like sort of like that similar comedy horror genre. There's a movie called Send Help that I watched when it was in theaters. It's by Sam Raimi.
I wanted to go and see that. I didn't get a chance.
It's
It
by
looked
Sam Raimi.
really good.
It's by Sam Raimi. If you hate your boss, if you hate your, if you hate your coworkers, if you
that
hate your
female,
job, this movie is for you. It's the perfect blend of Misery and Castaway, and it is.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's
like
amazing.
the assistant or secretary or whatever ends up being the only one that knows how to do anything.
Yeah,
yes.
and the other guy is like, what her boss is like invalid, like he gets hurt or something during the crash.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and so my thing is, he gets hurt in the crash. She spoilers. She eventually she takes care of them, nurses him back to health. Right, teaches him how to essentially fend for himself on the island, and he tries to use that to backstab her. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And my thing is, she becomes so accustomed to the power dynamics that when help does arrive, she's just like, this ain't. I'm not done with this experiment yet. So it goes a completely different direction than you think, and the way it ends, chef's kiss. Like I'm just because I love drag. Sam Raimi does a really good job as far as like Drag Me to Hell. Wasn't expecting the ending of Drag Me to Hell because it doesn't have a happy ending at all. The way this movie ends, I was completely satisfied because I'm just like, I hope this movie doesn't end the way I think it's going to end, and it doesn't, and I'm glad it doesn't. That movie was amazing. That movie was amazing. The other one that I watched with my daughter and my fiance, Hoppers by it's a Pixar film.
Yeah, very cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very cute movie. I got veins of this may sound weird, but Judas and the Black Messiah.
Really?
Where you had someone go in and infiltrate the Black Panther Party. Mm-hmm. Where she went in and she was essentially like a beaver and infiltrated the animal kingdom to essentially explain like this is the power hierarchy of the animal kingdom and stuff like that. But it's different because she wanted to help. I thought that was like I thought it was very interesting because I was like, this is giving those kind of vibes, but it's not. I thought it was a very not very mature, but a very deep take for a Pixar movie that I hadn't seen in a while.
I would have put it closer to Avatar. Like, granted, he was in there to hurt, but he ended up helping.
Right.
Black Messiah, he was already in and got turned into a whole fool. Yeah.
I fell asleep on Hoppers twice, so I twice.
Teresa.
Twice in the movie theater, twice
in the theater. Yeah, that's saying a lot.
Oh Lord!
You got booms and loud sounds and stuff that's supposed to keep you awake, popcorn and drink, and you still fell asleep. But you know what? That's what happened to me with what was it? Justice League, twice.
Yeah, I get that.
And both times I fell asleep during the big fight scene at the end. It was just boring to me.
Yeah,
I know quite a few people who fell asleep during Endgame, so I get it.
Yeah. I know that's shocking, but I mean, I understand.
First
of all, you in there for 3 hours.
Yeah,
it didn't feel like 3 hours.
Hour two, I'm not gonna make it.
Endgame may feel that long with me.
Al-Kebulan, I hope I'm saying that right. Our guest is here.
Clementine?
Mr. Al-Kebulan.
Oh.
In the comments, James. Al-Kebulan. Yeah.
This guy.
Yes, that guy.
So Joy, you got me on Bloodhounds.
Yes.
So good. And again, I'm like, I need you to stop being so fucking nice and just use your power and kick ass and just kill him.
Learning.
Are you in season 2? You did seasons 1 and 2?
I'm on season 2, but he's still nice. He's still with No, I want to fight you. I'm going to fight you because I'm protecting. No, fight him because you want to fight him and you want to be the best and you want to kick his ass and you just want to just snap his neck. Just, I need him to be more. Mm-hmm. But I like the way he got there. I like the fighting and then one punch knocking off the tires and.
You've got to finish season 2. Yeah, I binged that in a week, both seasons, because I was like, anime season done. Let's go ahead and watch Bloodhounds.
Oh really? Yeah, I binged season 1. My husband's like, "What do you watch?" I was like, "This is good."
Real quick, I want to say something real quick, and then we're gonna get right back into Bloodhounds. Mr. Alkebalan, yes, we will absolutely bring you and your cohorts on the show. More than happy to do a personal interview. You see my @ on my screen right here, at Dorado8. Hit me up on either Threads or Instagram, and we'll get in contact. All right. So don't say we didn't make an offer. You in there, and appreciate you watching. Okay.
Yeah, season 2 was just.
So about season 2, what y'all are missing is the bad guy in season 2, the villain who just who really just wants to fight to prove he's the strongest. His name is Rain, and Rain was the main character in Ninja Assassin about 5-7 years ago, and he was fine held in too. He also is a K-pop star, so he's previous generation K-pop idol from say like the earlier 2000s, or maybe 2007, 2008.
Okay. Yeah, he was good. He was good as a villain.
Wait, bro, hang on. How you gonna be like, y'all need to bring on all these people, and they be like, well, I don't know them.
And this is why I don't always populate comments to the main screen. So
it's still funny though. It's still funny though.
But
we
yes,
actually, I know I'm talking like I'm doing all kinds of stuff. We actually have had several Black indie film, manga animators, publishers, etc. on the show. It's not on this show, What You Watching, but we do a whole series of interviews and panels and stuff with a lot of different folks. So yeah, we're into a whole lot of that.
I was gonna say, you guys are interviewing my friend tomorrow, Quentin.
Yeah. And we did Alan Z and who else? Afro Cocoa Puffs
on Monday. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And we've done Mansa the Black, the line of something. I forget how.
Lion and Cubs.
No, Black Lion and Cubs is different. That's Hotep.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I should know this because I donated a ridiculous amount of money to Sterling and them and I got the whole set of books and everything at home, but I was just being a rich auntie at the time, and I was like, "Here, baby, here's some money for you." And he told me that if I donated a certain amount, they would put a character of me in the next book, and that's how Malachi Bailey got me 10 years ago. Was the same thing. Like I could be a character, but anyway, it's
Mansa Musa.
Mansa Musa. Yes, the Lion of Mali. Yes, that's the name.
Lion
of
Mali. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we've had him on several times with his little English accent. So great. But anyway, so back to Bloodhounds. So Rain is fine. And the other
villain in season 2.
Season 2.
I liked his motivation. Yeah, I liked his motivation because he was basically just straightforward with it. Like, okay, I want to challenge this dude, and like the way I won't say manipulate, because he ain't manipulate. He basically had all his underlings under an iron thumb. Like, you do this or else. and it's kind of like the whole, Darth Vader power structure. Like and every so often he just found their lack of faith disturbing.
Hush. Wait, you know what? It's all coming together for me now as I'm reading the rest of the comments. Yes, I know him, and I said his name. He's like, "Don't be talking about my government name." I forgot his last name because the last time I heard it, I was in college. But yeah, we know this cat. This is Black Lion and Cubs. That's right, all of this over here. So yeah, we talk about you even when we don't know when you're around. Yes, we always talk.
I have to keep my screen in full screen to be able to see anything, so I don't see any of the comments.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. I'm over here having a whole conversation.
I'm about to say.
to be able to see y'all's faces and know who you are.
But yes, so you should definitely check out Black Lion and Cubs.
Yes, absolutely.
It's excellent published work. But anyway, back to Bloodhound. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going back to Bloodhounds one more time.
I'm trying to get back to Bloodhounds.
If you haven't seen it and you like really well choreographed fights, like for me, the fight scenes were on the level of like, what is it? Daredevil season 1.
Okay.
Where it's just, punching, beating up. It's not a whole lot of guns, not a whole lot of, swords and fights and knives. There's a few knives in there, but mostly I'm gonna beat you with my bare hands.
Yep.
And watching them work, because there's behind the scenes footage of them getting in shape for the show, doing actual boxing, footwork practice and everything for the show. And they do workout montages in some of the scenes. And everything you see, they really did it. Like they didn't have any stunt doubles. Every now and then they would pull a punch, but sometimes they would really get hit and have to stop for a minute. Like, hey man, you gonna hit me in my face? I'm a star.
Oh man, but yeah, as I told one of my chat groups, American fight choreography could never, because that's how good this is. And like, I thought season 1 was dope. Season 2 just took it up a whole nother notch.
Because they know what we want. And they better bring a season 3. Don't leave me hanging like they did with the little reveals after the credits and whatnot. If y'all don't bring a season 3 on, I'm going to be so sad. So mad. I'm a riot. Flipping tables.
Yeah, I didn't need that tease at the end to not have a season 3. It better be in the works or something.
It better. And it would be such a waste because the little fixer dude that they have is also a major K-drama star. Why would you bring in a major star just to have a cameo role towards the end of the season? It didn't make any sense. They've got to be setting up a season 3, and we're here for it. And do it quick, because I mean, ain't nobody getting younger, and Rain is already in his 40s. So, but I mean, at the same time, Sylvester Stallone's still out here trying to fight. So Rain got 20 years in him. And Asian don't raisin the same way Black don't crack. So I did not make that up. I got that from my Asian friends.
But yeah, as of right now, no word on season 3. So as I tell folk all the time, when you watch something on the streaming platform and you want the season, what you do to that dog?
South got something to say.
Somebody's at the door.
So, as I always say, when it comes to stuff on streaming platforms, especially with Netflix, because Netflix is good for canceling stuff 2 days after something drops. But keep watching it, and if they see that people are still watching it, they will go ahead and hopefully greenlight a new season.
I hope they do, because as opposed to some other things that are released in the United States, Bloodhounds started off as an international show and did numbers across every nation. And South Korea is just as big of a consumer as the United States, and it hit top on both. So they got really no reason not to do it, because you can't say they don't have crossover appeal, because it wasn't K-pop Demon Hunters, but at the same time, what is? But it was very, very good for all markets where it was released. Everybody loved it. Cause them boys. Yes,
absolutely. This is true.
Yes, for the indie stuff, like some of the other things that he had put in the chat are the other things that are showing, like Clio TV, TV One, and these channels exist. You don't have to just have Paramount. You can get some of these other ones, and then they have a lot of different indie shows on these different channels. So check them out when you get a chance. Give them a shot, because at once upon a time, WGN was new and untested. Fox was new and untested. So give TV One, Clio, and All Black and Toomey a chance. Right? Every now and then they have a gem. You need to go look at it.
Isn't Tubi funded by Fox though?
Probably.
Yes.
I think they are.
Well, I'm going to scoot in now because I don't watch K-drama and I didn't watch Invincible. So I'm going to mention something that I did watch and enjoy. And that was You, Me, and Tuscany.
Yes.
I want to see that.
It
That
was
was
really good. And usually, for whatever reason, I only do rom-coms at Christmas. And it was the
Hallmark
same
movies.
kind of formula, that same kind of, crazy formula, but it worked. It was really cute. Very well done.
Teresa, I was expecting more, maybe because of Bridgerton. I was just expecting more
from they kept it PG-13 for real.
Yes, and that's what I liked. I liked that because I went into it because I didn't want to see it, but he was like, "Let's go to the movie," so we went at night. It was like 11, 12. I was like, "Why is this movie? Oh my god!" And then when we went, why were there still? We figured we would be the only people there. They were still showing Michael Jackson movies 11:10, 11:30, and the parking lot was full. Everybody was. When I tell you, there was so many people in that theater. It's like, shit. Why is everybody here?
Michael.
Oh my god! I was like, I need all y'all black people to go home. Just
I would not have seen Yumi and Tuscany except I happened to be in Houston for my 35th high school reunion, and they were my sister. I thought she would want to see They Will Kill You because she's a big fan of scary movies, and she was like, "No, I'd rather see Yumi and Tuscany." I was like, "I bet." So we went to see it, and I'm really just bringing her to the movies, and I had a great time. It was really cute, and there was a discussion about the movie on Threads or whatever, and they were saying how, people were like, it's not realistic, why you got to have this one black dude in a family of Italians, blah, blah, blah. And the overwhelming response is, we can have a whimsical, fun weekend holiday. What do you think? Black people don't go to Italy? You think that we can't take a vacation? You think we can't travel and do something spontaneous? Why we always got to be down on our luck or be like, maids or to help and everything. And even when we do that, then you're like, it's not realistic if some rich guy comes to New York and brings you out the gutter. Like, y'all just don't want us to be happy for nothing. And what I really liked about this is that they were happy. It's a happy ending. Mm-hmm. And it's nice. Cliche. It is very much Hallmark Christmas cliche.
Very much
Girl
so.
leaves New York and goes to some country little area and finds the love of her life and ends up owning a store. Like it's that.
Right, but it was very well done because it is.
And he did a good job. He was running a business, several businesses, and was doing a good job at it. So I just the love that they shared, and Haley is beautiful. I mean, come on, her hair,
and she's sick too.
Like every time, I was like, "Oh, look at your hair, girl."
I saw somebody on social media said, whoever her stylist is loves her. Mm-hmm. Because every outfit was tailored to her. Her hair was always completely tight. She even if she was supposed to be like a mess or whatever, just got out of bed, but she looked gorgeous in every frame.
So that little stereotype where nobody knows how to do your hair, whoever that person was knew how to do that chick's hair, and they needed to. I hope they travel with her all the time because it was beautiful.
And the show itself was authentic because she woke up with a bonnet on.
Right. And talking like my edges can't get wet. Yeah, I liked it. It was good. That was a good one, Teresa.
Feel good movie.
That really was. Oh, and the taxi driver was so funny. He was I love the taxi driver.
He was the sidekick. The sidekick I didn't know I needed.
Right. I really thought he was ended up being her best friend.
When she first got in the car, I was like, he about to rob her, but he ended up being her best friend. Right? It was great. It was really cool.
Cool.
That's what you need when you go on vacation. Somebody to tell you, "Oh, go ahead, a good time. Go ahead, you'll be fine."
Mm-hmm. It's what did he say? I told you to tell the truth, but what you're doing is way more romantic. She's like, "You told me that." He goes, "No, I told you to tell the truth, but what you're doing is definitely romantic," because she just kept lying and getting deeper and deeper into the lies. And I appreciate that he checked her on that too. But it was very cute. Like I said, it didn't matter that it was formulaic. You know, it was I came in there expecting nothing and being very pleasantly surprised. And even if I had been expecting something, if you like Hallmark movies, you'll love You, Me, and Tuscany. It is exactly that, with a melanated leading group, because the rest of the cast is white or Italian. And Italians definitely got some melanated seasoning to them.
They're spicy white.
They're spicy white for sure.
Yeah. Oh, and the sister-in-law, she's like, oh yeah, I'm banging the plumber.
Yeah, she was a mess. She was a mess. And I'm like, why y'all got the plus size girl all out the box like this?
Right. The sister like you to say if a lip bite was a person, because she'd be like, Everybody should have a little something on the side, like me and my plumber.
Wow.
The fake and trust.
He's like telling the truth. It's like, oh no, just a joke. I'm like, okay.
Oh man. Super Mario Galaxy. Did anybody catch that?
I still haven't seen it yet.
We saw it. Yeah. I thought it was cute. I'm not a big Super Mario fan. Like I have actually never owned. I did have a Nintendo Game Boy, but other than that, I never owned a Nintendo system. So I was not into Mario like everybody else was. But the movie, I would not have gone to see this movie if I hadn't seen Jack Black's Peaches video a few years ago. And it was so hilarious to me that I was like, I will go see this movie. But it was cute. I feel like it was better than the first one. But James, you tell me if you felt the same.
No, the first one is definitely better than this one. This one tries to hit on the same beats as the first one. It's good to advance the story as they're telling it, but it doesn't hit like the first one to me.
But it definitely sets up another sequel.
Yeah, I won't say it's messed
because they're basically letting you know they're about to do all the princesses.
Yes, that and they're hitting all the beats of who are the characters like. Here are all the characters across the Mario ethos who we're going to put in the second film. And it's like, I'm not going to say throwing darts at a dartboard or whatever, but it's like, all right, let's tease with these characters. So you see the trailer and it's like all these celebrity names pop up and the characters they're voicing are on screen for maybe all of 20 seconds. So if you recognize their voices, it's like, oh, snap. So it's like, okay, I remember this character from this particular Mario game and they got that person to voice it. Awesome. Move on. But yeah, they're definitely going through all the princesses because Rosalina is featured in this one heavily, obviously. As spoiled by social media, yes, Star Fox is in this film too.
Playing very much Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. very, very much a Star-Lord Drax composite.
Yes.
Okay.
But everything Joy said, it was cute. I'm not invested, but it was cute. And another reason for me to buy a
nice. I want one.
I want one too now. Where'd you get that from?
From the theater, AMC. What was that? No, that one. I think that was Regal.
I was about to say because we went to an AMC theater where they didn't have those out there.
Yeah, I gotta go check out. I got it from Regal.
Okay. Yeah, because I only like that character just because of the speech it gave in the first film. About the only release is that of death. I'm like, you got this chipper entity from the Mario Galaxy giving this existential speech on the only way out is through death.
The fact that he could get out of that cage too. It's like, bro.
I mean, could he? Because if it could, he would have already.
Ooh, I want to talk about something I saw that I'm sure none of you saw, but I'm gonna put y'all on. Again, if you like sweeping romance, and this I would put in the vein of like maybe Last of the Mohicans or a touch Game of Thrones, but less violence, more romance. There's a C-drama, meaning Chinese drama, called Pursuit of Jade. And it has taken the Asian drama world by storm. Like everybody was talking about it. It's long. It's 40 episodes. Now, the episodes are only about 35 or 40 minutes long. Okay. So, but still, that's still 20 hours.
That's still a lot.
It's still a lot, but it goes so fast. And I am not one to rewatch anything. I don't listen to books that I've listened to before. I don't read books that I've read before. I don't go backwards. I cannot let this go. And I am very much thinking about watching all 40 episodes again. It was that good. The premise is this guy, he's a marquis, and he ends up he was trying to investigate like an old closed case, and he gets ambushed. He ends up in the snow. This girl who's like a peasant butcher, like she butchers pigs, which for women at this time period, because it's a period piece, makes her like a pariah, right? She butchers pigs. She finds this cute dude in the snow, brings him home, and when they clean him up, she's like, damn, you fine? You know, and so, but it goes from there. And then, you know, what is it, like second episode, she discovers that her uncle, who's a whole asshole, is trying to take her house, but she needs a man to keep the house. So she's like, hey, will you marry into my family so I can keep this house? He's like, sure. And then but he is under an assumed name. So it's a whole thing. And 40 episodes later, she leaves and goes to join the army with him because he got to go, and they all in love, but then they're not in love. And then they try. There's so much going on. It doesn't feel confusing. You can follow it really easily. And I was so invested, not just in the main characters, but like her crew. She converts a little crew of like little wannabe gangsters into like her personal homeboy crew. The crew that runs with the Marquis, the Emperor's grandson, and then like this other little girl who ends up being the butcher's little sister. Like it's a lot going on, but I promise you, if you go through 2 episodes and you don't want to watch it, turn it off. It ain't for you. But I promise you, the first 2 episodes, which only takes 65 minutes for both episodes, watch the first 2. If you don't like it, then I will cash app you $1.
Wow. $1. That's all I'm getting.
Is this live action or animated?
A whole live action.
It's live action.
Okay.
And it's got great choreographed fight scenes. I like that the main character girl, she is the cutest. She looks like an anime. She looks like a doll. Like she's that adorably cute. But then she be kicking ass. Like she can fight, you know. And so I like that she's not a damsel in distress. Matter of fact, because she doesn't know who he is really, she spends a lot of her time trying to protect him, which is really cute and funny. Because the first few episodes, he was just kind of, everybody believes he's a worthless man because he's just sitting in the house doing nothing. But it's really cute. It's a really good show. Pursuit of Jade on Netflix.
Pursuit of Jade.
Yes,
All right.
check it out.
Mrs. Duke with your $1 bet.
Yes. I mean, worst case scenario, I'm out $5, and it's worth it. It's worth it for y'all to give it a chance. Pursuit of Jade on Netflix. C-drama. It's great.
Y'all gonna be watching Man on Fire tomorrow?
I forgot about that.
Is it subbed or dubbed?
Oh, it's subtitled. Yeah. Do not, if you see a dub, do not watch the dub. Yeah. And if you don't want to watch subtitles, then just let it go.
Why would it be subtitled? Isn't
She's
this
going back to Pursuit of Jade?
Oh, Pursuit of Jade. Sorry.
Yeah. Pursuit of Jade is subtitled.
I thought you were talking about Man on Fire. Sorry.
Man on Fire. Yeah, I completely forgot that was coming out. And
he's having a good year. He's having a good year.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks good. It looks good. It doesn't look like the same concept from the original, but it's still doing the original justice.
Okay. Right.
So it's not being disrespectful or going to make the original look stupid. I think it's enhancing it, and he just took it and made it his own. So it's a remake, but it's a completely they just took the concept and just remade it. It looks really good.
Yeah, this is going to be what, an 8 hour long episodes. Like that. 7?
Yeah, I don't know if they're dropping them all. I just did a reminder and it popped up today when I was going through all of the shows that I had watched, and I was like, oh, that's coming on tomorrow.
I'm looking at it on IMDb and it lists all 7 episodes with an air date of tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, cool. So they're dropping everything. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, because I know I'm watching that and Beef season 2 this weekend. So
I need to get into beef. Like I got turned off by the first episode the last time, and I just didn't watch it. But I heard so many good things about it.
It's such a good series. It's such a good series, and I'm excited to see where season 2 goes.
I just get confused when everything comes. I just watch everything on Friday because I got Monarch, I got Daredevil, I got Maul, and I don't know what days. Everybody is just Friday, and I just go, okay, let's start it, and then just watch it all.
Hold on, wait. Real quick question though for you. Which beef? Because I just looked beef up and I see about 4 different things named beef. When did it come out?
So the beef season 1 came out
2 years ago.
2 years ago, I think. It had Stephen Ewan. Yeah.
Okay, that one. Okay, gotcha.
And Ali Wong, yeah.
Okay, that one.
And I think season 2 was a different set of characters, right?
Yeah, different set of characters. Yeah. But I know
which one to add to the watch list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we've exhausted everything that we're watching.
Oh wait, one more thing. And Simone kind of slipped it in at the end, and nobody caught it. Star Wars, Darth Maul. If you are a fan of Star Wars and you are sick of the Skywalker family.
Oh my God, this is so good.
It is dark.
Okay. Maul Shadow Lord has been.
Well, I'm a Sith, so of course I love it.
I will check that out because I'm leaning towards Sith myself. Yeah. So
so far 8 episodes, and they drop 2 per week.
If you watch Andor and liked Andor, you'll probably like Maul because it's dark and gritty, and it's that whole the Empire is out there, but the story is. Just watch it.
I didn't watch Andor
because it's not over. I don't want to say anything.
I did watch The Acolyte, so I'm hoping that.
Yeah, Nasser Reed, that one is having another moment of resurgence. Because May the 4th is coming, so now that's being number one, or not number one, but just doing the rise up on Disney again. So yeah. I love that though. Like, I don't understand why. That was one of my favorite cosplays.
You know why.
You know why.
You know right. I was gonna say we already know why.
We talked about that this weekend at Stellarfest as far as why the Acolyte didn't get the look. Judging by everybody in the room who was talking about, audience, whatever. They're like, yeah, we all love why. Of course, certain demographic were always confused as far as why I got canceled, and we had to explain why I got canceled. It's like
exactly, Mouse.
Like,
because what's the lead character's name again?
Oh God!
In real life,
the actress's name.
Amanda Stenberg.
I feel like white people just hate her because they hate her as rude. Like 15 years ago.
They hated her as rude.
They hate her.
Everybody loves
They hate her, but they never read the book.
They hate her because she's
exactly
black.
like Rue was describing in the book.
And she ain't even that black.
No,
right.
She's blackish. Yeah, but I mean, we claim her. She's black. She's black.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
but she's too black for them.
She's too black. She's black enough to not be mistaken for anything but black. Like, she's not ambiguous.
Right.
She's fair, or she's on the fair side, but she ain't ambiguous. She's black.
And they obviously didn't read the book because she said that the people from that district were black.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in what world, even if it's dystopian future United States, in what multiverse are any white people gonna let their little innocent white child go out with a gigantic ass black man to fight in the Hunger Games? That just wasn't ever gonna happen. Of course, that was the black district, and they were both black kids. And I will never, as long as I've lived, forget some little upstart white girl on Twitter at the time saying, "Is it wrong that I don't care if she dies now because she's black?" And I think that sums up what's wrong with this whole country.
Yep.
I don't care if she dies because she's black.
Yep.
Even though everything in that story, everything in the book said that she was innocent, she was sweet, she was what drove Katniss to want revenge in the first place. All of that, right? And they, she's black. Yeah, what were you reading? But they read innocent, and they read innocent as white,
and skipped over black.
Yeah,
even though it was mentioned multiple times.
And they can't imagine that somebody would feel bad about a little black girl dying, which is the theme of Time to Kill. But that's a whole nother point. I'll make that point later
on.
And that one, and there's another, not the Songbird, but what's his face's
Hey Mitch.
Hadish. His
yeah.
story.
His story is the next one
coming out. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks good. The Song of the Reaping.
Yeah, that looks good.
Really good.
Now, I will say I have not been too interested in the prequel films.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of them.
Because it's like, I don't want to see how we got to the point to where Katniss has to be the star of the revolution. Like I saw Katniss become, like I read Katniss become the star of the revolution. Then I saw it on screen. I watched her take everything down to pretty much in the tyranny of, you know, the separation of the districts and everything. It was like, I don't want to go backwards.
But if you ever wanted to know if America is the good guys or not, remember how Katniss's sister died?
Yep.
Yeah, they bombed a building and then they waited for the rescue team to come in and they bombed it again. They double tapped it. That's the shit we're doing in Iran.
Wait, they bombed it while the rescue team was inside?
Yes.
Whoa. See, I've never seen any of the Hunger Games films.
It's not, I don't think they put that. Yeah, they did put it in there. They did put it in the third film, third or fourth film. They put it in there. I remember reading that in the book, and I almost had to put the book down because the books are so good that once I started reading, I couldn't stop until I was done reading the book.
Gotcha.
Like I read all 3 books, each one in the span of a day each.
Oh damn!
Yeah, that's how good the books are.
Okay.
The books were so good. Simone, you're on mute again, girl.
You're on mute. Let me take you off.
Yes, you are. You're on mute.
You're on mute. You put yourself on mute. You have to take yourself off mute.
We see the mute in the microphone on screen. You are muted.
There you go. Say something else.
There you go.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. You can now.
Okay, I must have hit it. I don't know. Let me move it over.
Say all that again.
Because you were having a whole conversation with yourself.
And Prada was mad that we was talking over you.
I was answering
James.
No, when he asked about that they bombed the hospital, it's yes, because it was why she was pissed. It was what's his name?
The guy she liked from her hometown. Yeah, it was his idea.
It was his idea to bomb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And she called him out on it, and she found out about it, and it was. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the Quarter Quells, and
I'm gonna have to read the book again. I don't retain anymore.
Fair enough. I do want to touch on a couple of anime from last season that ended. Frieren. The season is over. Yes, the season ended a couple of weeks ago. Matter of fact, the last episode for last season was 2 weeks after our last show. I'm not upset with what happened or how it ended. I'm upset that it was so damn short. That's my issue. This was like 9 or 10 episodes for season 2, if you will. And
wow, that is short.
Huh? Yeah.
That is short.
That is short, considering season 1 was like over 20 episodes. I don't think it was 26. I think it was like 24 for season 1. And I'm getting real sick and tired of anime studios doing where we're getting like 24, 26 episodes season 1, and then season 2 is 10 or less.
Is this Frieren Beyond Journey's End?
Yes, it is. Again, the season was good, but it was too damn short. Same with Jujutsu Kaisen. They did the same thing with last season. Short as hell. Granted, we got some kick-ass action in it, but it was too damn short.
You know what's funny about Jujutsu Kaisen is I remember liking season 1, but when season 2 started, I was like, what the hell is happening? Who is this and why and what? And then I kept trying to watch like synopsis videos on YouTube, and I fell asleep every single time. Even in like 2:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday, it's like, I'm gonna watch this in the sunlight. And so I'm on like episode 2 of season 2, and I can't care. Like I want to care.
Because it's best if you go back and, like I said, watch like maybe the last 3 or so episodes of season 1 and then roll into season 2. So at least you're familiar with the characters, because there's a time skip. There's a time skip.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a time skip. And the other thing is, because some characters, because of that last arc of season 1, some characters are shown early and removed for reasons, either through great harm or whatever, the story, whatever, they're removed, and you don't see them again for the rest of the arc. And then they pop up immediately in the first 2 episodes of season 2. And
that's why I was lost. I was like, who the hell are you? And
right. and that's what happened. So I'm like,
I got K-dramas to watch. I can't be trying to figure out what Jesus Christ is doing.
Fire Force did end. This last season was the last one, and spoiler for those who didn't know, Fire Force is the prequel to Soul Eater. Even though Soul Eater released first in anime, Fire Force is the prequel. And I won't say how Fire Force ended, but when you watch the ending and it looks familiar, that's why.
If you've never seen either, does it matter the watch order?
It does not. I purposely, because I was about to watch Soul Eater when Fire Force started, and that's when I found out that Fire Force was the prequel to Soul Eater. So I was like, I'm gonna pause on Soul Eater until Fire Force is done, and then watch Soul Eater. So I'm watching Soul Eater now. I'm like 10 episodes in. I
wanted to watch Soul Eater, and I hadn't. I forgot about it. I'm glad I did now, and that also gives me the motivation to watch these last 3 or 4 episodes I have of Fire Force, so that I'll be ready to start Soul Eater. But
Soul Eater,
yeah, okay, cool. I didn't know that. Thank you, James.
And
look at you being helpful.
And and again, time skip as well.
Damn it.
Of a few hundred years. So it's not like Soul Eater picks up immediately at the end of Fire Force. But if you, again, it's things you'll recognize. It's things you'll recognize. And there is a sizable time jump. As far as new stuff this season.
And those are on Crunchyroll?
Yes, everything's on Crunchyroll. New stuff this season that stands out was Wisteria Wand and Sword season 2 just started, 4 episodes in. Stellar storytelling and animation, just like season 1. It hasn't dropped the ball in any way, shape, or form. The main character, Will, is still being ostracized for being the only person in town who doesn't know magic, aside from the dwarves, because he's basically in a school for magic, because everyone knows magic except him.
Wow.
Right. And the goal is to try to graduate with enough points to be a member of the tower. And there are some professors there who pretty much don't want him at the school and try to do things to make sure he don't graduate because he can't do magic.
So it's like a serious version of Mashley, Muscles and Magic. Okay.
Wisteria Wand and Sword.
Okay.
That's on my list.
What else is this season? That time I got reincarnated as a slime has a new season that's currently going on. All the goofiness of Rimuru is back with some serious tones. There's some things going on, shenanigans with other countries, because a country of monsters can't be allowed to exist side by side with all these human nations in the world. And
that is racist.
No.
Which actually is the only actual racism, if you think about it.
Yes.
So naturally the human nations are like, okay, this nation of monsters exists, but if we bring them into our union or whatever grouping of alliance or whatever, we have to make sure that they know their place under us. And I'm like,
see,
y'all do realize the head of the nation of monsters y'all trying to absorb is ruled by a demon lord. Like, demon lords are basically cataclysmic beings at this point.
I love how most anime makes demons not monsters per se, but just a different species of being that's super powerful. Matter of fact, sometimes the demons be saving the world.
So yeah, Slime is one of my favorites. Love that it's back. The Beginning After the End season 2 is also currently going on. Reincarnation anime. Guy who's basically a ruthless king of his kingdom dies, reincarnates, grows up. I get why people didn't like season 1 because the pacing was slow. In season 2, he is still basically 12, 13 years old right now. And season 1 is only like 13 or so episodes. And it basically like from him being reborn all the way up to like that 12, 13 year age, but it paces different of things that happen in his life at a moderate, like nothing's rushed. You know, it's not like a Jobless Reincarnation where you go through his first 8 or 10 years in 4 or 5 episodes. Like you're not getting that. It's taking his time telling a story. And I get that the instantaneous gratification of wanting the thing now from people who probably read the manga want that with this one. It's not happening. They're like, I like the pacing because it's taking his time before he gets to be an adult again. But those are standout anime this season.
Did anybody watch the anime called No Longer Allowed in Another World?
I did not. It was on my list, but I do know the premise.
Yeah, I started it and then I forgot all about it. It's way down my list somewhere. But I was like, I remember I saw the first episode and I was like, this is hilarious. The premise is this guy, he's an author in our world, if you will, and he is trying to off himself and ends up getting isekai'd into another world. And then he keeps trying and they keep be like, stop it. You need to save hey, quit trying to commit suicide. We need you to be the hero. Would you put the sword down, sir? You're supposed to be saving us. He's like, no. And so I think it's pretty funny. I see that it's pretty well rated. So I'm going to throw that out there as a what do you call it? Recommendation.
Recommendation, well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anybody else got anything?
Just movies that I'm going to go see. Mortal Kombat, Mandalorian.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, and Devil Wears Prada. I'm going tomorrow.
You know, I never saw the first one. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad girl.
So I didn't watch the first Devil Wears Prada, but something that I heard about the second one. I don't know the actresses that are in this movie, but they are on a campaign, or in the filming of the second movie, they were on a campaign to make sure there are like regular and plus size women in this movie because they got sick of the idea that the only people in the modeling community were like super, super thin.
That's awesome.
And I just thought that made me want to go back and watch the first one so that I could watch this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that's true in the modeling world.
It is.
It's true. I mean, there are plus size models, but not as much
plus size models are like size 9, like 8, like not plus size at all. But for models who are zeros, somebody rocking a 6 or an 8 looks thick as hell. Like I remember the first time I saw somebody from America's Next Top Model, T something. She was a beautiful black girl, and she was a plus size.
Takara, yes, Takara Jones.
Like an 8 or 10.
But standing next to the rest of them, she looked like she was rocking like an 18, 20. Like she looked very much bigger than the rest of them. But that's how ridiculous it is. And then the fact that a lot of couture people make their clothes for a size 0. Who's wearing this, bro? Besides Zendaya. Sit.
Right. Yeah. It's funny you say that because there was a Doctor Who bathrobe that I bought at Dragon Con a number of years ago. Mm-hmm. And at the time it was a little slow in the booth. So I got a chance to sit and talk to the lady who was the designer. And one thing that she told me was shopping around to get somebody to produce it. She kept telling them she needs this to be fan sized. Mm-hmm. And whoever it was that was her contact in the industry that was making it, they just couldn't grasp that there were larger people out there. Yeah. Like the world that they live in, you're like a 0 to maybe a 3.
Wow. I'm gonna tell you, man, black folks is big. I don't know why we so big. It's a thing. Like there's some big white people, but they tend to be taller and maybe more broad in the skeleton. But we got meat on our bones for real. And it's not just us. All melanated folks big. It's like the more melanin, the bigger you are. Like I think about that one dude, the Samoan dude that came to the United States and was trying like all the food and everything everywhere. Because dude is husky too, but it's not necessarily obesity or being overweight. We just be carrying muscle. Like I weighed 180 pounds in the 9th grade. And I wasn't fat. I was solid. I'm still solid. I got more weight on me now, but I'm still solid, right? And so I remember ordering something off of Shein, and I thought, you know what? I was gonna play it safe, and I ordered a 5X. When I tell you that shit came in and it was tight, I'm like, how is a 5X tight? What the hell is this? And I remember this
you
one
have to
girl,
check measurements on Shein.
You do have to check measurements. And like when I order stuff from Alibaba, which most of the manufacturing is in China, and it's usually a Chinese company that I'm buying stuff from for like my Spelman and Morehouse homecoming. And I'll ask all the girls from Spelman, like, what size you wear? They're like,
they don't know
small, medium,
seams.
large. I up them 2 sizes. Oh, you order large, you're getting a 2X. And then it fits.
Yeah, they don't, the inseam and the butt and all of my costumes. I was like, I gotta ask, can you make this bigger for me, please? It's like,
Right.
I sent you my actual measurements. How can you not make my costume the actual measurements that I sent you?
That's why I got B. Cunningham making my rogue costume for Dragon Con, because what we're not gonna do is the last rogue costume that I had that split up the back, and I was feeling a breeze all afternoon. It was a mess.
Oh, shit.
How did we get here?
I don't know, but to bring it back on track, I do want to mention
Devil Wears Prada.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes, I'm dressing. I got a new wig. I'm putting it on tonight, so I'll be ready for it tomorrow. I still need to go out and find a shirt. I want a shirt and a tie. One of those big thick ties. I just want to wear a suit. I got my nice little bag that I'll be designer bag. Yeah, I'm
Ty
going.
won't let me wear my fur coat, so I probably just,
Ma'am, the temperature's about to start averaging 80 degrees. Why do you want to wear a fur coat?
It's a theme. It's a theme.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to sweat for this theme,
wear the coat.
I wouldn't actually be wearing it anyway.
Just have it on your shoulder. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do it.
I was gonna say, have you guys seen? So I know the RZA this weekend has this movie coming out called One Spoonful of Chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
it's a Tarantino
seen.
movie though.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I saw the poster today and I was like, RZA, Tarantino.
Never mind.
I'm gonna say something, an unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
Pulp Fiction wasn't that great. Like, I know that everybody's like, oh, it was so great, blah 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 blah.
At the time,
and I was like, I mean, okay. I never felt the love for that movie the way other people did. I always thought it was just kind of a mess.
Joy, I would say for people who love movies and are honest about movies, your opinion probably isn't as unpopular as you think.
Right. Because I didn't see Pulp Fiction when it came out. I caught it like a year or two later when it it finally hit TV.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I was like, I don't get the hype. Like, it's a good film, but it ain't as great as people made it out to be.
Right.
For me, there are certain scenes that are really, really good, but
and there's some shock value stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Overall movie, it's pretty good.
I mean, Samuel L. Jackson's speeches in both the diner and the apartment are pretty much the best parts of the movie to me.
Right.
Say what one more time?
Right. I don't remember asking you what guy, but that's Sam Jackson. Like, he was going to do that no matter what. Yes, they deserve to die. That's what he does.
Speaking of stuff to watch soon, I don't know when it's coming out, but I saw that filming has wrapped up for the first season of A Different World.
Yes.
So I'm hoping we get to see that soon.
Okay. Last thing. Because it's in the same vein of they're going to kill you or they will kill you. I think I sent the trailer to the group. Is God Is. It's directed by who's it directed by? It is directed by Alicia Harris, but it almost reminds me of a Grindhouse film where two sisters, one who was
one who was
like brutally burned, and the other one who kind of looks normal is commissioned by their mother, who was
Vivica Fox is their mother,
Yes.
right? And she
Yep.
also God, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, when I
That
saw the
was-
trailer for that, I was like, oh,
Mhm.
the wig that I had on. I was like, I can do this cosplay. I can put the burns on my face. I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm hoping and praying that movie is really good. It looks like it's a very interesting premise.
Yeah.
I love Sterling K. Brown in movies and shows, and it's awesome to see him as a villain. Because it's like we don't usually get to see him as a
He usually
villain.
plays such an upstanding guy, yeah.
Right. Sometimes I like him to be like a get into his Blair Underwood a little bit. So yeah.
I've seen the trailer a couple of times, and I plan to watch it because there are so many Black people involved.
Mhm.
But it looks like it might be a little too weird for me. But I am going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I feel like? Do y'all remember that TV show Preacher?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel
Love
like it's gonna
Preacher.
be like that.
Yeah. I love Preacher.
It's kind of a whole lot of what the hell.
fair enough. If anybody is interested in being in some upcoming projects, I did see some posts on IG, both for Exodus. They're doing a casting call for families or people to be a family. And The Last of Us season, and The Last of Us season 3 is currently looking for folk.
Okay.
Exodus, as in the sci-fi.
I don't know. Warner Brothers Exodus casting call for families is the post.
Okay.
And it was on the Gunverse IG page is where I pulled it from.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Cool stuff.
that's all I got. Oh, and I finally, one other thing as far as anime, I did finally start watching Sakamoto Days. I am mad I did not start earlier, but
Try
again,
to tell you.
again, have you seen my anime list on Crunchyroll?
Your anime list is trash, man. Just let some of that stuff go and do what we tell you to do.
Oh,
I'm gonna hate you. Because I've been telling you to watch stuff from my anime list that you actually enjoy.
And see how I got through more of your list than you have?
Because I don't tell you everything on my list to watch. You won't like everything on my list.
I know,
do.
and I don't want to watch half of that stuff. But you be watching like Star Trek Next Generation all day. I'm like, bruh, I know why you do it. I get all of that. But I
haven't watched TNG in like 5 years.
It was,
I need some more recommendations.
What
magic,
kind of recommendations? Of
magic stuff,
Magic
anime,
stuff?
magic, and romance, rom-com.
What is it? Witch Hat Altair is new this season. I haven't started yet.
I
It
saw
is on my
that.
list to watch.
I need you to
I just
type
started
number
it.
one.
It's pretty good so far. Yeah.
make a list.
Oh, so you watched that one?
I didn't watch that one. I'm just saying it's number one.
No, not you, Joy.
Oh.
What, Witch Hat Atelier?
Yes.
I started it. I watched like the first 2 episodes. Then I saw that it wasn't complete, and I stopped because I
Right,
I
yeah,
didn't
I
want to
think
get.
Yeah,
that
'cause
one
it's
is
new
on my
this
list,
season.
but I'm
Yeah.
waiting for it to be finished.
Mhm.
Well, if you want to finish something, check on Daily Life of the Immortal King. The English dub should be complete for last season.
Okay.
Daily Life of the Immortal King is hilarious.
Send me a list. I don't want to write stuff down.
I will send you a list, Teresa. I got you. I will send you a list.
Put it in our chat so
I will.
we can watch it together. Because I'm doing good. I'm going through the list.
Well, every time I put
and
something
all
in
the
our
stuff
chat,
that Joy
Simone,
is giving me, there's a whole bunch of new shit that's popping up. I got Agents from Above, Boyfriend on Demand, True Beauty.
I don't have a list from Joy. Why
Those are
is that?
K-dramas.
No,
Those are K-dramas.
the shows that she
no,
told me to watch.
I can't do
then
K-drama.
because I watched those shows that popping up. I
Yeah.
got new shows popping up.
It's
Boyfriend
almost
on
like
Demand is
I'm going down that rabbit hole.
Oh my god.
Oh, now you need to watch what is it called? Perfect Crown. It's on Hulu.
Oh Lord.
It's really cute too. I find myself, it's not done yet, so you got time, but I'm mad that I'm watching it in real time because I'll be wanting the next episode to drop and I'll be mad it's not out.
Is that K-drama or anime?
It's K-drama.
K-drama.
Anime, yeah, Witch Hat Atelier I was watching, and if you want magic, I'm trying to think of what else I saw. It was, you know what? There's one on Crunchyroll called Michigo and Hachin. Have you seen that?
That's on my list.
I would say watch that. 'Cause I really
characters from that.
it's more realistic, I guess, but it's set in Brazil, and I like that they have multiple hues of people representing Brazilians because it felt real to me. Even though they're looking for a Japanese guy in Brazil, I don't know why, but
I just discovered it. I just discovered it a few weeks ago, and I saw my background character. I was like, "Oh, I got to find out what this is and watch it."
Yeah, it's good. It's really
good. It's been out for a number of years now.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Yeah, it's been out for almost 2 years. I want to say.
Kyle, what's wrong, baby? You want to say?
I was going to say, James, the Exodus project that you mentioned, isn't that the Man of Tomorrow?
It might be. I don't. Like I said, I saw it on the Gunverse page, so it's definitely something in James Gunn's DC universe.
He is filming in Atlanta, so
he is.
That might be.
Mm-hmm. So, and specifically, they're looking for people of color, black folk.
Okay, I got color
to be families.
I can be somebody's grandmama.
So, for those of us who live here in and around wherever they're filming in Georgia,
I got real gray. I could be somebody's uncle.
Exactly.
Hey, if y'all end up in the movie, I'm gonna be like Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Well, I told one of our good friends of the show, Ellen Davis, about it because she was a background extra in the first Black Panther movie.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, that's a piece of history right there.
All right. Anything else before we get out of here for the evening?
Oh, I had the grandkids sat there. They watched it before me. Stranger Things. They binged that.
Nice.
They enjoyed it. I was like,
if I don't watch it, it's not over yet.
Wow, you're still hanging on to that,
dude. Wow. I also haven't watched the last season of Atlanta,
bro.
Oh man,
if I don't watch it, it's not over.
I will tell you, and it's not a spoiler, but I will tell you, like, there's towards the end of that last season where Zazzie's character ends up in Paris for some reason. It is absolutely given the same energy as They Will Kill You. Like, oh, what is she doing? She's wilding out, and it's great. It's great.
Now you're gonna make me go watch it. It's gonna be over.
That, and I will never look at Judge Judy the same way again.
Wow. Okay.
That.
Okay.
Judge Judy's in the last season of Atlanta.
Okay, I will resume watching because again, the last thing I saw was when they was getting on the flight to go over to Europe.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched that yet, but yeah, I will definitely put that in there. And Teresa's out.
Yeah, that's how we know we've been on too long. She's like, I gotta go.
Right. For those who watched The Boys, to let you know, season 2 of Gen V was the last season. It got canceled.
Yeah, I saw that.
And if you're watching the current season of The Boys, this is the final season of that series, season 5, there are things referenced in season 2 of Gen V in this current season. So yes, you should watch season 2 of Gen V before you watch season 5 of The Boys, is what I'm saying. But that's all I got.
I had to let all that go.
the violence thing, I get it.
And I like violence. It was beyond gratuitous. It was it was just like, you know how people say grits are a vehicle for eating butter? And that's all they're good for, is to bring butter into your mouth. That's how I felt about The Boys. It's just a vehicle to bring violence into your brain. Like, what are we even doing?
Okay.
Also, it got a little too close to home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's really hitting home right now in this season because it's way too real. Like, this is the government, and this is that turd in office, and this is that, and this is this. Like, I watched today's episode and was like, if this ain't an exact 1-to-1 replica of what's happening right now, I don't know what is.
Right. I don't need that.
So,
okay.
All right. That's all I got.
All right. So
we good?
We good.
We good. All right, cool. So join us next month. We will have a whole lot more to talk about. Definitely more movies. So with that, I'll say peace out and good night.
So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then. When they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off, called themselves the Republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will. So if we put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course, versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course, cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom, clapped back at the system. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't